Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. And man, today we have a very explosive and almost undefeated list. It's a AO list that has a lot of flash creatures, so it's AO flash. It's a standard best of one list with average converted mana cost 2.7, 10 non-creatures, 25 creatures, and 25 lands. Now, let's get right into the list and break it down for you guys. So the idea is pretty straightforward, is to run, it's a mono white list, but it's not your average mono white list, right? It has flash basically, and that's one of the main ways where you can combat control, and that's one of the main ways to beat control, which is to flash something at their end step, force them to counter it, or use something and then follow up with something else on your next turn. Also, it's been amazing playing this against creature decks. It's unstoppable, honestly. I think I might have lost only one game with this list, maybe one, but yeah. Let's break it down. So we start with March of Otherworldly Light, a very important card against a lot of things. It exiles also. You can cast this for literally 1 mana to exile any token, so pretty good. Also, we have 4 Cathar Commando as our 2-drop flash. It can deal with artifacts and enchantments, which is very relevant nowadays, so 4 of those. 2 Luminarch Aspirants, 2 Selfless Samurais for protection, indestructible, 2 Thalias, 2 Valorous Stance, protection / removal, 2 Reckoner Bankbuster as our value engine within the deck, 2 Brutal Cathars, removal and creature board presence, 2 Elite Spellbinders, tax, goes very well with Thalia, especially when you're on the play, it's unstoppable. 2 Adelines as like a very big beefy creature that can like hit the opponent for a lot. 3 Sigrid as a flash / removal card. Very good card over here. Honestly, I've played Sigrid before multiple times in a lot of decks, and it never disappoints, right? No one expects this card. That's the idea. No one expects this deck at all. No, they think you're just playing mono white, but they don't know like the theme or like the game plan. So Sigrid is very good here. We go with Kyodai here, Soul of Kamigawa. Never seen anyone play this card. I played it and it's insane, right? You flash this, you give indestructible to any of your creatures or permanents, and that creature or permanent remains to have indestructible for as long as you have Kyodai. So in order for them to deal with the indestructible creature, they have to deal with Kyodai first, which is a nightmare, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of value for your opponent to do that. We also have 2 Cemetery Protectors. This card is board presence. This card is literally board presence. You flash this, you can exile a land or a creature or a planeswalker, and then whenever you cast the same card type, you get a 1/1. So this card helps you go really wide. Also, good stats, 3/4, decent, We also have 3 Wandering Emperors. Card speaks for itself, and then we finish it off with AO the Dawn Sky. I feel like AO here has to be in a creature deck. Yes, you can play this in like a relatively control-y deck, but you get the most value out of this card when you have creatures in the deck or a vehicle, which we do. We have Bankbuster and creatures. So the second part of the card says put 2 +1/+1 counters on each permanent you control that's a creature or vehicle. So if you have a wide board with Cemetery Protector, for example, and this dies, you can put 2 +1/+1 counters on everything that you have on your board. So all of a sudden these 1/1s are 3/3s. So pretty crazy. Also, if you don't want to do that, if you want to build a board, you can opt for getting like a like two drops that make a total of 4, or you can get like a 3-drop or a 4-drop, so a pretty good card. I've had a blast playing it. No one wants to remove this card because removing this card is a nightmare. Also, it has vigilance, so it attacks and blocks. And yeah, that's the idea behind the list, which is to flash creatures. Mono white, very surprising. No one knows how to play against it, and yeah, we just took the ladder by storm with this deck. Also, we were on 25 lands because it's so important for you to hit your creatures on curve. I cannot stress that enough. If you're playing a creature deck that relies heavily on the curve, you cannot run anything less than 25 or 24 lands. It's just a nightmare. It really is, because the most important turns that you have are the first couple of turns. You know, your turn 2, turn 3, turn 4, turn 5. These are your most important turns. After that, we are a creature deck after all, so we don't really grind. We don't really put out as much value as possible, although we do have a lot of value cards in here. But a creature deck that has a curve like this, like 2, 3, 4, 5, you have to run a lot of lands so that you can hit your land drop and you can hit your creatures on curve. It's very, very, very important. And 25 lands has been a blast for this deck. Seriously, like it works so well. But yeah, that's the idea behind the list. Very, very good. The gameplays have been really, really fun. I've enjoyed. We played against runes. We played against creature decks. We played. Yeah, it's 3 gameplays because it does take a little while. It's not your average mono white list where you just kill your opponent if they don't draw good in like 5 minutes. No, this deck can go head to head with a lot of other decks. So it's pretty good. We have removal here. We have life gain, we have protection, we have a lot of things. It's so hard for your opponent to deal with your creatures. The only thing that can really deal with your creatures are probably like enchantment removals, you know, where they exile your creatures. Anything else, we have so much protection. Valorous Stance, Selfless Samurai, Kyodai, we have so much protection. And also we have a healthy amount of removal as well. So some of our cards can play a role of having board presence. Some of them, you know, can deal with stuff. We have removal for almost anything except for a Planeswalker maybe. But the Planeswalker is fine because we have flyers, right? And if it's a Sorin, you can easily deal with that. And you'll see within the video. So yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. It's been such a blast to play this, and like I'm hoping that I won't get a lot of hate for this because it's a mono white list. It's just not your average mono white list. It has a completely different idea. It has flash idea, which is to cast things on your opponent's turn. So yeah, let me know how it goes for you. Let me know what you think about the video. And with that being said, I hope you leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel so that we can achieve our goals here. And I'll see you later with another video. Okay, bye. This hand should be a mulligan. It's only missing like 1 land, honestly, to get it to start off. Man, if we can draw lands back to back, that'd be kind of crazy. Let's try it out though. Nice. That's pretty good. That is really good. So depending on what they play here, I think we do flash in the commando. Man, our curve is kind of insane, right? We just need to draw lands, that's all. We just pass here, see what they try to play. This should be a very interesting matchup, that's for sure. We've got lands for the Wandering Emperor, so that's pretty good. They don't know about our game plan, which is what I really like or enjoy to do, you know, which is like make decks that no one knows about. Our game plan is to just flash in stuff. Yeah. Yeah, all day with that trade, all day. We play Adeline here, I believe. so that on turn 4 we flash in the Wandering Emperor. We drew lands back to back, which is so good, right? We have AO as well in hand. Our curve has been kind of crazy. So they're not playing Naya. Circle of Confinement, sure. That's okay. Should be fine. We're going to exile this no matter what, so... I mean, we're going to play the Wandering Emperor on curve. Hallowed Haunting. Sure. Yep.
Anyone who harms
Exile
my
that.
people must contend with my judgment is final.
Nice. We also drew a Bank Buster, which is going to start, you know, gaining us some value, hopefully. We need our marches, right? We need our marches so bad. Or another Cathar Commando, at least. Okay, this is fine. Yeah. Man, they have all the right things, right? That's insane. They have all the right cards. Sure.
Try not to miss me.
We can kill this with the Valor Stance. Exile that. Or just play the Bank Buster for now. Man, we need our marches so bad. So bad. That's why I opted to play the Bank Buster. Yeah, let's take the draw. So we can draw and hopefully get a march. Okay. Yeah, take action, sure. That's fine. Okay. This is kind of interesting. No attacks. No attacks. Sure. So, yeah. That's fine. We just need to draw a little better than this. Play the land, passed. Rodal Cathar. Let's just keep playing those down. Passing. Yeah, I mean, they had all the right answers, all the right removal, right? Oh, we should have double blocked. Man, we could have killed that. We should have double blocked, definitely. Yikes. That's a big whoops. Let's start attacking here. We pass. We drew Sigrid, but that's not really what we want. But you know, what can you do? I feel like they're going to outvalue us a lot because we're just not drawing the removal that we need. But I mean, what can you do? Now we can't double block that. We had a chance, we didn't take it. That was a misplay for sure. Okay. Another circle of confinement? No. Let's exile that before it gets too big. We do need to double spell though, or at least have them double spell. So that's what they had. That's fine. We do need to double spell badly. Nice. They did. So we take this, we take that. Valorous stance should be good. Man, Brutal Cathar is just kind of insane, isn't it? Yeah. That's okay. Okay. Yeah, I guess. I mean, how are they going to pay for that? Yep. Cathar Commando. Pass. What a draw, right? I mean, what a draw. It's kind of crazy. Sure. They attack with this. We have an indestructible creature that we can always chomp with. It's kind of crazy. So yeah, sure. Block here. Alright. What a draw. We get AO back. We have to get AO back. It's the most value for us. We don't care about the Hallowed Haunting because they don't have a lot of cards in hand. Yeah, that's okay. Cave? Sure. I mean, our deck has so much removal, right? Sigrid, Brutal Cathars, we've got Marches, we've got Valorous Stance, so many things, right? Yeah, they're doing pretty bad now. They're going to go for the lair here, which is fine. You can always block with the AO and swing back and win. I don't think they can kill us necessarily. I think we have this. I think we got it. So they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They go 6/6 on the lair. Sure. 7. They tapped on thing. Okay. Understandable. Yeah, they go all in here. Yeah, desperate. Okay. Sure. So We take the block on the 9/9. We hit the 3/3, and then we block the 2/2, right? Or actually, we block this 2/2, and then I mean we can take 7, right? We take 7, 8, 9. Hit him with the good game. Yeah, they know we're not gonna do a mistake, so pretty good. Alright, keep this. For sure. We're on the play as well. I mean, it has to be Thalia on the play, right? Maybe Aspirant. I think Aspirant is a little better. No, Thalia. Thalia. Just to slow him down a bit. So we don't have removal in hand, which should be interesting. Should be very interesting, actually. But it's good that we have lands in hand for each and every spell, right? Kyodai is obviously pretty insane when it comes to creature decks, you know, or permanents in general. Candle Trap. Sure. Okay. That's fine. I mean, maybe that was a mistake, taking the block there. Maybe it was. I mean, but didn't it still have first strike? I mean, how did it die? We need a removal as soon as possible because it seems like they're over investing in this. That's fine. So do we grow the Adeline or do we play something like this? Take the block. This is going to be really interesting. Do we play Adeline and grow the Adeline? The Adeline comes in at a... We can block with the Adeline, right? Unless they play an enchantment. But that won't... Yeah, we can grow the... Can we take one more hit? That's the question. Do we play the Cemetery Protector? Or do we play the Kyodai? Aspirant gains Indestructible. I believe the Aspirant can outgrow all of their creatures. So I think that's the play here. No attacks, just pass. Flashing Kyodai, give Indestructible to the Aspirant. Block with the Aspirant. Maybe we can slow them down a bit. Showdown is okay. Nice. Okay. Alright, well in that case, we just play Cemetery Protector. We exile Thalia, so that whenever we play a creature... Okay. So that's pretty good, right? This becomes a 4/5. I mean... Alright, let them do their thing here. They're obviously going to gain a lot of life. They still have a lot of cards in hand. 4 cards, that's a lot. But let them. We have to draw removal. We haven't yet. They have Candle Trap in their deck. I mean, there are just so many versions of these Naya Runes decks, right? There's the version with removal. There's the version with no removal. There's the version with Hallowed Haunting. You know, I think this is one of the weaker versions. Candle Trap is okay. Sure. Yeah, it has Defender. So if they go for the exile on the but they need to have Coven. They only have 2 creatures now. They don't have Coven yet. Nothing. Why aren't they attacking? Because we can double block? And so what? Let's flash in the Kyodai here. Put the indestructible counter on the Aspirant. Secret. Secret has to be good. Alright, play Adeline. Make another 1/1. Put the counter on the Adeline. Pass. Yep. That has to be really good. They don't have Coven yet, which is good. We have to pay attention to when they do have Coven. So, Aspirant has Indestructible. Adeline is big. Cemetery Protector, well, you know, they have to deal with. So there's just so much for them to deal with, I think. I think they don't even have enough removal in the deck for something like that. We also have Sigrid, which they don't know about and they haven't seen yet. So, I mean, the way I see it, no matter what they have in hand, we're still way ahead. Way ahead. The removal of Choice Candle Trap is terrible. Yes, it's 1 mana, it gives Defender. But I mean, it can still block, right? Also, you need Coven for the exile. Room 4 Champion is not going to help you that much. Sure. Yeah. I think they want to get this like really, really big and swing. But they're not the type to attack, right? They were never the type to attack. Now they have Coven. Yeah, they're going all in here. But, I mean, that's so bad, right? Don't they realize that we actually probably do run Brodo Cathar? Yeah, they're just trying to swing here, thinking that we don't have enough creatures to swing, please. Oh, yes. That has to be terrible for them. Has to be terrible for them. Alright. Thanks. Okay. So, where do we put the +1/+1 counter? They can double block the Adeline. Do we care? Okay. Yeah, that's okay. That way they don't put +1/+1 counters on anything. I'm fine with that. We still have a board. You know, there's no way for them to deal with this board, so we're way ahead. We won the game, pretty much. Nice. Mm-hmm. That's okay. That's why over-investing on one creature is terrible. Terrible. Our Aspirant can forever block as long as Kyodai is on the battlefield. Our Aspirant is going to keep distributing +1/+1 counters. We have another Cemetery Protector that I'm about to flash in. So, I mean, it's just crazy how good this deck is. It's actually pretty crazy. It's like so easy to play as well. Okay, room 4 champion, respectable. But what are you going to get? Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Sure. Sure. Alright, another Cemetery Protector. Valorous stance. Oh my goodness. Alright, invest on the flyer a little. Eventually that's going to get big. And we're going to kill it. Man, it's so easy. It's crazy. They're trying. Okay. Yes. Yes. Nice. So they've got something. They can gain the life back, which I'm not going to allow. Of course I'm not going to allow that. And I think next turn we go all in with the cave as well. And we just try to end them that way. They do have a life linker, which we need to pay attention to that. Life linker means they gain like 2 life potentially, maybe more. We've got 5 damage, 6, 7. 10, 15, 18. All right. Yeah. Has to be done this way. They gain 2 life, they're at 12. They block 2 more things. We've got 9 in the air. We've got 9 in the air. We've got an indestructible creature. Okay, they block the indestructible creature. Blocks here, great. Good game. Yeah, that was always the play. That's very good. Very good. I think a hand like this is where we lose. I'm gonna mulligan this for sure. Okay, this is a little better. Sure. A little bit better. Golgari. Shigeki, sure. Pretty good. Let's offer the trade on the Shigeki. I don't mind. They take the block, they return the Shigeki. Yes. Interesting. Alright, Spellbinder. Let's take a look at that hand. Yikes. No, that's a hand. Yep. Soren is kind of our biggest problem. We need to get the Selfless Samurai down as fast as possible before anything happens, but they're going to start removing our creatures here. Blood Chief's Thirst, then Power Word Kill, so it doesn't really matter that much. Okay. Nice. They're not drawing lands, which is pretty good. Yeah, that's okay. Nice. Did we get the Bankbuster down? Yeah. Since we have protection already, why not? They have tons of removal, right? So let's try to beat them as fast as possible. Next turn, Soren comes down, which can potentially be pretty bad for us. They have Power Word Kill in hand. They have Shigeki to block with. Should be fine. Okay. We can crew with the Bankbuster. Or not. So, do we flash in the Wandering Emperor? I mean, yeah, right? Sure, they gain life. They're losing value, but it's fine. Why did they discard the other Shigeki? Maybe they have another one in hand? Soren, sure.
Out of my way. I have a wedding to start. You will serve me well.
I am the Emperor of Kamigawa, and I will protect. We've got the edge in this fight.
Sure.
I have got new moves to teach you.
Let's attack the first Soren. Yeah, they let it through. Of course they do.
Things have not gone my way.
Yeah, they're gaining life. They're going to have another Soren here. I definitely should have played the Aspirant, but I played it too quick. Yeah, they go in here. Sure. Yeah. Okay.
I'm not impressed.
Another Soren is okay.
Violence is necessary to set things right.
Yeah, we're gonna kill the Soren. Pretty good.
Nothing on Innistrad is free.
So, we can play AO. Because if we attack with the Spellbinder, we lose the Wandering Emperor. Or, So it's nighttime. That comes in as a 4/4. Kind of hard to deal with, right? We can play the AO, crew the Bankbuster, block this, yeah, or we can play the Aspirant, give the Aspirant protection, or we can get rid of that. Get rid of that. What do we do? Okay.
We must protect the people.
Without me, we're all doomed.
Yeah. I think that's the play. We don't need AO just yet. Invoke Despair. So that kills our planeswalkers. That kills one of our creatures. Before that, though, I think what we do is screw here. Sure. Sacrifice this. Sure. I mean, we have to crew the Bankbuster. They attack with this. If they attack with this, they don't. Sure. Thalia. Thalia is pretty whatever. Submit. Let's get rid of that. Cemetery Protector. I mean, we have to get the AO down. They're at green, so they can only... Okay. But they have a pretty good Meat Hook Massacre. Should we invest? We've seen a Meat Hook Massacre from them. Should we invest? Probably get Thalia down, put +1/+1 counter on Thalia, and then crew the Bankbuster. Maybe we can even draw with the Bankbuster. We can flash in the Cemetery Protector. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like flashing in the Cemetery Protector after removal has to be really good. Nice. Although AO, when it does... No, let's just draw with the Bankbuster after they wipe the board. Yeah, they've got mana. They've got mana. It's truly very disciplined when you have so many plays in hand, but you opt to not overinvest on board. That way you can keep up with your opponent, because one board wipe against a creature deck can be very devastating. And we're definitely a creature deck. Are they gonna go for the Celestis here? Try to draw? No, they're counting. They're going for the Shigeki here. Get Meat Hook Massacre? Probably. Yeah. Get Invoke Despair. They're dead. What? You're dead. You could have played blockers. Wow. Okay. You're dead. Could have played a blocker here. We could have exiled the Invoke Despair with the Cemetery Protector, but I want to exile a creature though. That's what I really want. Yeah. We can exile the other Invoke Despair, but let's just get rid of the creature here. Yeah, you're dead. I mean, hello? And I love an overkill. I really do. Good game. Very, very undefeated deck. Very undefeated. Your March is really of no help. I mean, you can gain life, but... okay. Sure. Sure. I underestimated it, but, you know, that's a play. So what can they possibly have? Dig up, and they'll have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So they can go -3 on a Meat Hook Massacre. -3 is not gonna do it. Binding on the AO? Yikes. On the Bankbuster? But that leaves them dead on board. So if they have another March, it's not going to be enough. They exiled 3 Graveyard Trespassers. 3. They're still dead. Yeah. That's game. Nice.